I wanted to talk about her actual powers that we saw. And obviously this wasn't the longest part of the episode, but this is a big hint to what we saw. And her powers have been very controversial from the trailers and fans. To me, Rob, it now seems like it's a mix of the comic book style and this new, for lack of better words, Green Lantern style, where she can create these kind of force fields, right? The first time she activated it, shot out kind of like these platforms that we later see her to get back into the house she used for her foot to get up as a step. But we also saw her save Zoe, her very popular friend from high school that isn't really her friend, and saves her with kind of the embiggened arm. The hand embiggens and grabs her. So what did you think about what we saw based on her powers, and where do you kind of think this is going to evolve as she gets a little more control over it?
I'm fine with the powers. I don't feel one way or the other really with the powers because it's just so little information.
Yeah.
Her embiggening the arm and then it disappearing and coming back to her, which is it makes sense.
I like that.
I kind of think it's going to be all visually very similar to her comic book powers and additional stuff. So she can step and do things. The main reason, because it's almost like a liability. If you stretch your arm out, then somebody could hit it and cut it. Yeah. And I don't think we kind of want that with a kid hero, because if they hit it, either it's going to break or go through it because it's that magical property. I think we're going to have her cake and eat it too is the way they're going to go with her powers. And I'm fine with that.
That's interesting. And just to play devil's advocate for a minute, you could almost argue that, okay, we saw the embiggened arm. Why not just do it that way? Right?
Fair.
Like, why almost spend more money and do the blue force fields and the energy field and not just have
I think it's
that stretch,
cosmic,
you know what I mean?
Right? Like the whole head in the the cosmic angle that she's going with Captain Marvel. I think that's why. And then they're kind of setting the seeds. Like the mother said to her, we mentioned it before, like who are you going to be? The guidance counselor, which I love, he's a great character.
Oh, he was great.
He was like, look in the mirror, who are you going to be, right? And I think right now it's maybe personifying or showing as cosmic, right? But later at the end of it, she's like, I'm not Captain Marvel. I am Miss Marvel. I am Kamala Khan. And it's just going to go back to the old school. I can see that being the character arc for this, of her accepting who she is and what she wants to be and doing that. Maybe.
Yeah, no, I totally think that's the trajectory they're going. It's definitely going to be a coming of age story. Who do you want to be for the rest of your life? What are the dangers that are involved? There could be a little hints of, some of that Kate Bishop stuff in there where it's like, you don't want to be a hero. This stuff is not easy. There's pain and death and all this stuff involved, and she still fights through it. So I'm interested to see kind of her life is very, at the moment, basic, and it just got crazy, right? How is this going to combine with her friendship with Bruno, who clearly is in love with her, the poor guy?
I don't know. But yeah, he is.
I think so. He's already friend zoned, poor guy. And the connection with her family, her culture, being this now hero, wanting to be Captain Marvel and basically having that chance, basically, is going to be something that's going to be interesting going forward in the series.
Yeah.